And recording. Hey, what's everybody? What's going on tonight? This is Terry with NSPS podcast, Raw and Uncut. Now, tonight, guys, we have a very special guest, a gentleman out of the great city of San Antonio, Texas. Hope I got that name right. San Antonio. This is Mr. John, and he is the founder and owner of San Antonio Ghost Hunters. So, hey, guys, give him a big hand. How's it going, Mr. John? How you doing today, brother?
Doing good, Terry. Yourself?
I'm not too bad. Hey, I'm, hanging in there, enjoying this couple of days off. I had like 4 days off, because of this weather, but otherwise then I am doing great. I know that, I know you guys are busy, so I thank you for coming on the podcast, and showing us and telling us all your stories that you have to tell us, so hey, let's not keep the fans waiting. Let's jump right into it, brother. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you said, I run San Antonio Ghost Hunters. I've actually had that team going on 19 years.
Wow.
That's how long my paranormal journey has been. It all started when we rented a mobile home that the previous tenant had died in that mobile home, but they didn't tell us.
Okay,
and
that's interesting.
I wound up going to have a lot of communication with that lady. She started coming to me in my dreams. Then from there, it progressed to awake hours during the day, and she had her own room. And so that started, and I started seeing all this stuff flying around, orbs, just hamper doors closing by themselves in my house. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go buy me a camcorder. They were like $800 back then, 20 years ago, and go get me a camcorder and start capturing this stuff so I can share it with everyone else. This crazy stuff that I was seeing right in front of me.
Wow, dude. I mean, how young were you when you started,
I'm 56 now, so we're going to say I was 36.
36. Okay, so it's not too bad. I mean, you're able to kind of understand on what was going on, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like when you was, a child and, and you kind of scared you a little bit. Well, I hope it probably did, but, it didn't scare you too bad.
No. The only thing I can remember as a child, Terry, is having, in the other house we lived in, having a, what's that what you call when you can't, sleep paralysis. You couldn't move.
Oh, sleep paralysis. Okay.
I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I was in my bed. And I just couldn't move. I couldn't yell. I couldn't cry, and it was pretty terrifying for a little kid.
Oh, I bet.
But in my early years, that's the only thing that I can say paranormal that ever happened to me. In about 95, I rented a building that was used for reading cards, and that's when my true paranormal experiences started happening. We would hear people talking, yelling in the very back room, and there was nobody back there. We'd open the door and hear a loud slam, like they slammed down a sheet of plywood, and there was nothing out of place.
Really?
My employees, I would it was a window tint car stereo shop. I'd leave to go get supplies, and my employees like, "Hey John, I heard you calling me, but I knew you weren't there." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, somebody called me, Jack." And a couple of times I was in the office doing paper. He goes, "Yeah, John, what'd you need?" I'm like, "I didn't call you." And later on, "Yeah, John, what'd you need?" I'm like, "I didn't call you." Yeah,
that's cool, dude.
That was my first true experience of the paranormal. And then after that, I rented the trailer, and then it was on after that, brother. It was just, capture.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about your team. I mean, you got 5 guys, 10 guys, how many are you running with?
The team is about 10 to 12 members, but we kind of take turns. Someone can't get off, the other ones can get off. So we kind of alternate, investigations. Unless it's something big, like we're filming for the local news or we're filming for a TV show. We've done a couple of filmings like that. I've been on the Bio channel, local news 6 years in a row here with our Halloween specials. We English and Spanish. Yeah. Our Univision went global. Actually, we had people down in South America messaging some of the people that we filmed with, saying, "Hey, we saw you on TV. And it was like Brazil. So that was cool.
Yeah, that is great, dude. So you guys are international.
Yes, we have
Wow,
been
that is
international.
cool. You know, for
Yeah.
one, you really don't hear too many uh, local paranormal teams, you know, like you guys getting that kind of publicity. You know, hey,
Yeah.
hey man, that's a lot of love right there. And you know,
Thank you,
I'm hoping to get where you guys are, you know, but that oh man, that is great, dude. I'm speechless on that, you know.
sir.
But okay, so let's talk about your team for a minute. Now, you say your team is 10 to 12. How do you handle the different personalities in your team? Because I know, man, you got 10 people and you got 20 and you got 12 different personalities. How do you handle
Yes.
that?
Well, very carefully, because that's definitely you hit on a kind of a subject there when it comes to teams, and it almost seems like whenever you get a group of people together, somebody's gonna hate somebody else. Always, always.
Always.
You know.
It
Yeah.
never fails. No, that's why NSPS, we only keep it to 4 to 6. And the 2 are camera guys, we're camera techs, and the 4 are investigators. We like to pair up because we're so small. I don't like to have people
Right.
running around by themselves, you know, and one camera following them. That's it, you know, because trust me, I've ran through that, you know, different personalities, and there's always freaking drama. How do you avoid the drama, man?
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good question, Terry. I mean, you try to work with everybody, but sometimes when it really comes down to it, they gotta go. That's plain and
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
Hmm.
I clearly understand that. You know, you love them to death as a person, but
Right.
when it comes to getting the job done and doing what you need to do, you know,
Right.
putting all the other, I mean, hey, we're raw and uncut here, brother. So I'm just gonna go at it. Put
Right.
all
Right.
the bullshit aside and let's get the
Right.
damn job done. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. Yeah.
Because you believe it or not, people out here are watching. They might not see, you know, you up close and you know in personal, but people are
Right.
watching you. They're seeing what you're doing. And, you know,
Right.
and people want to, you know, hey man, I might want to, you know, be a paranormal investigator like this guy, you know, and might want to, you know, take you under the wing. So people are watching, dude. So you try to avoid all that bullshit as much as you can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's me. You have to, for the better sake
Yes.
of the team. You got to have those positive people that you know. It's not about yes sir, no sir. It's all about getting the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As for me, I would, you know, we're all one big happy family. You know, if one of my team members came to me and tell me, hey Terry, there's a spot I think we should investigate. I'm not going to throw that out the window. I'm going to say, okay, let's go. And then I'm going to
Sure.
say, you're the lead investigator. This is yours, and you're going to lead. You know, I'm going to sit back and watch the show. You know, because you know, I want to see how this guy's doing it. You know, if he's able to handle different types of situations that you know that you know because the team can get put in. If he handle it, great. If it not, then I'll have to step in and do what I need
Right.
to do. You
Yeah.
know,
Yep. No. Yep. Some people are more followers than leaders, so it's not
yeah,
always going to work that way.
yeah. I mean, that you know that's the way I see it, and hopefully you know people understand. You know what I mean, and just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how simple it is. You know, because a lot of people come to you and they ask you, John, how hard is it running a paranormal team? And what reply do you give them?
It's a balancing act, trying to keep everyone together and never the different personalities in check and not fighting with each other or fighting with me. You know, sometimes you'll have a new guy come in and he wants to be in the spotlight, and he hasn't any tenure, hasn't done any paid any dues, and he's mad because he didn't come out on TV and you did.
Oh no! It don't work like that, brother. It don't. You gotta let them know it don't work like that. But you know what I always say: the best people in the paranormal world are the ones that are in the shadows. Those are the ones that are running the cameras, doing the audio, hey, the investigators are fine, but you can't have investigators without the people behind the scenes, the camera techs, the audio, all the people that do the support. Now, I don't know how big your support staff is, but mine's is small, and they are a big part of my team. Hey, I commend Chad, because Chad is our camera tech. He's a big help. If I get a new camera and I can understand it, I'm an old school guy, I'll call him. Hey, Chad, come get this camera. I need this done. Like, we just bought 2 GoPros. Hey, I'm tired of holding cameras. So why not just get a couple of GoPros, put them on your chest, and your hands are free? I know,
right.
And that's where my investigators can go and, do the K2, the audio, video, the audio recorders. There's many things they can do with their hands besides holding a camera.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So they, it only cost me like $50, but I had them for almost a week and I still can't figure them out.
what I bought for a GoPro, I didn't buy, of course, a GoPro because they're useless on an investigation. But I bought it's the same size as a GoPro, but it's 4K full spectrum. I bought them on eBay. Yeah, that's my main filming camera is the little GoPro 4K full spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much those run you?
It was $99 on eBay. I think they're like $120 now.
Okay.
I think Ghost Stop has them. I'm trying to think remember the name of the camera, but I've had it 3 or 4 years already. The name escapes me right now.
That's not too bad at all.
No,
not bad at all. Actually, we're trying to go all GoPros and wing ourselves off these cameras, but you always got to have a camera, laying around somewhere just in case,
Right.
But when I first started out, bro, each payday, I bought a camera, Right now, I got like 7.
Right, gotcha.
I got like 7 and a stuffed load of equipment. Speaking of equipment, what do you guys have as equipment? I mean, run it down. Just I want to know everything. From your cameras all the way down to your your K2 meters. Do you have any of these fancy toys that they have out now?
Well, we have 2 FLIRs. That's kind of as fancy you can get. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 2 FLIRs. Everybody that comes into my team, I make them buy a night vision or full spectrum camcorder to investigate. Okay. I make each person go over their own footage and then submit the clips to me after they're done. So I want them to be self-sufficient and not just, I'm here to film and you go over it, John, I'll give you the footage. Or I had one guy and he was really into my group, but he just stopped going over footage completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, so how's it going? Oh, I haven't got a chance. Excuse, and never went over the evidence. And I've heard there's a lot of people that do that in the paranormal. They're in it for the thrill of it, and they don't really go back and review their footage.
Right. That's crazy. Now, have you guys, I know there's a lot of paranormal teams in San Antonio. I mean, there is so many. Have you guys ever came across where 2 of y'all are doing the same investigation at the same place and did not know it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. A couple of times.
Well, I'm glad I ain't the only one.
Yeah, especially when they're like public, like a park or a haunted forest or a haunted bridge. Those are the times when I've like run into other groups out there, because there's quite a few parks that are haunted here in San Antonio.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. There's a lot of history down there. If you had a paranormal team that was rival to yours, what team would that be? That come even close to rivaling yours, that's been around just as long, just as much experience, and found just as much evidence.
I hate to say it, but without trying to sound all big-headed, but we're the oldest team in San Antonio. A lot of the teams here in town, they're newbie teams. So I've only been investigating 1 or 2 years, or even that, you know. And a lot of times a team will pop up and then they'll fall apart and you never hear from them again.
Right.
You know, so I honestly, the closest one that I would say, and they don't even do it anymore, there's a radio station here in town called Mix 96.1, Russell Rush. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Look him up. He's investigated for about 8 years, and he just hung up his K2 forever this past Halloween. Yeah, they with the radios. You know, I'm with the radio station. I can get you in anywhere. They did SeaWorld, Fiesta, Texas, just high profile locations that your normal team ain't gonna get into.
Yeah, right. Now, do you think he used his status on who he is to actually get in those places? Because like you say, most people is not going to get in there.
No. And I'm not talking bad about this team, but they've got some good evidence. But these people that he puts together, I loosely use the word team because they only investigate once a year for that show every Halloween, you know, that comes out on Mix 96.1. They have a website where you can see his investigations. So that would be, now that I think about it, you know, he had his team probably about 8 years, Russell Rush did. They've gotten some good evidence, some not so good evidence, but that's about the closest that I can really think of. All these other teams haven't been around very long. I definitely have equipment much longer in years than their team has been put together, you know.
Okay, I feel you on that one. Hey, you know what? That's another good thing, because if you're able to keep your team together, no matter what differences y'all go through, and you're able to do that, that's kudos to you, bro. Because you must be doing something right, you know. Because me, I've been in the league maybe 3 years this month, and I've went through countless investigators. You know, they come and they go.
Yes, they get all gung-ho, buy all this equipment, and then something happens, and then life gets in the way or whatever, and just you don't hear from them again. They just kind of quietly go away.
Yeah, and you know what? And if that was the case, they wasn't meant to be with me anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the paranormal period, actually, with I had a couple folks that, you know, I always tell my new investigators, look out for be careful what you look for, because you just may find it and just may follow you home.
Yes, sir.
It's happened quite a few times. I've had people all of a sudden have their little daughter talking to another little girl, and sometimes they can hear the other little girl talking. So the wife gets all mad. What did you do with your ghost hunting? They give up ghost hunting, sell all their stuff, and I never hear from them again, because it's very true. A lot of the paranormal investigators bring the stuff home.
Yeah,
all the time. A lot of I've had soldiers from the USS Lexington follow me home. I've had slaves from the stagecoach stop here off of I-10 here in San Antonio follow me home. Just a lot of ghosts and a lot of spirits. You know, they'll come start knocking stuff. I don't know if you had knocking stuff off my house, off the shelves, scratching me, giving me bad dreams. I know I got something in my house then.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have a medium or a white lighter in a part of your team? You know, because I know most teams do. I know I have one. I have two, matter of fact, that's give you sort of the edge, you know, on your paranormal investigations. They usually go in before I do, you know, and investigate, you know, just their senses are so great, you know, especially mediums, on you know, on what they can pick up, what they can sense, and what they can hear, and what they see. So I just got to have one of those on the team. Do you have one of those?
Most of my teams are all mediums.
Oh, okay, cool. So wow.
Yeah.
So having those, go ahead.
We even have a deliverance minister on our team. So if you get something nasty follows you home, we call for Glenn. He'll take them off for you personally, or even over the phone. As funny as that sounds, he has cleared my house a lot of times over the phone.
Wow, that is something. Wow, yeah. I've never even heard over the phone. But you know, hey, whatever, if it works, it works. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it until I try. You know, that's the way I was raised. Don't knock it till you try. Okay,
Oh,
well,
yes.
dude, you know what, man? It seems like you have a lot going on. How do you, like we are talking about this, how do you separate paranormal from your everyday work life? I mean, dealing with your wife or your significant other, your grandkids, if you had it. How do you keep that separate?
You know, for the last few years, Terry, my life has been nothing but the paranormal. It's really hard to separate, you know. All my family vacations, we always go to some haunted location. We went to Branson, Missouri last year. We went and investigated the Queen Mary Museum there.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
wow.
the Titanic Museum.
The
The
Titanic
Titanic
Museum?
Museum. That place is haunted, Terry. Let me tell you, it's haunted. I got a shadow person out of it, and lots of EVPs, and a lot of orbs out of the Titanic Museum.
Wow, that is something, dude. Uh, we went up to what was the name of that damn hotel? Oh, well, anyway, it was a hotel in Wichita, Kansas. Back in the day, back when all the mob bosses used to get together, and they used to come to either Kansas City or St.
Mhm.
Louis. But anyway, they never actually, because of the cops and the FBI, they always had to go to the small towns just to
Mhm.
get away. I mean, that's just the way they operated. Well,
Right.
there was a hotel because my son was going to school up there, a little hotel that back in the late 70s, all the mob bosses got there. The New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Jersey, all of them would come down and do like a business type meeting. If you've
Right.
seen mob movies, then you would know. But anyway,
Right.
they would invite these girls over to, you know, do whatever that they do. Mob
Right.
bosses come in, you know, they'll come
Right.
in, entertain or whatever. But the Kansas City mob boss was in room 211. No, 213. It was
Mm.
213. And the room I was in 211. Okay,
Oh,
so what had happened was the mob boss got mad at the girl and threw her out the window.
oh, wow.
And where this place is, bro, it has not changed in over 40 years since the 70s. Actually,
Oh, wow.
the girl actually threw her out the window. And do you know where they go and wash all the linen at? There's like a big, it's like a big office right there where all the washing machines are. Well, anyway, she hit that, fell off of that, and hit the ground, and she died instantly. Now, nobody wanted to claim that the Chicago guy did. No, I mean the Kansas City guy did it, but he ended up doing it. Well, so we end up going to room 311, and or was it 211? It was one of those. I'm not quite sure. It was almost a year ago. And
Mhm.
John, I just did an investigation by myself there. And as soon as I got back into the room, somebody knocked on my door. And I'm like, damn, dude, it's 2:30 in the morning. Who the hell's knocking on my door? Simple. You can hear a clear little feminine knock. It's not one such a manly knock. It's so much like a little feminine knock. So I got up, you know, and I opened the door and I'm like, there's nobody here. You know, I went back to bed. Somebody knocked again, maybe like a 3:30. And my wife was like, hey, Terry, somebody's knocking on the door. At this time, I'm thinking somebody's drunk and they just
Right.
got the wrong room. So I got up again, nobody there. You know, and I told myself, hey, I'm not gonna go back to sleep till I figure out what the hell's going on here. You know,
Right.
so I heard the next door, the guy across the street, across the way. I went over there and I asked, hey guys, did you guys need something? You knocked on my door. And he said, well, wait a minute. You just knocked on my door. I was about to come ask you the same thing. Did you need something? Because somebody was knocking on my door. And we sat there and we tried to figure out what the hell was going on, you know, and it got to the point where the lights start flicking, the hallway lights start flicking and on. And mind you, John, back in the 70s, they had these creepy ass elevators, the kind that had the wooden floors and everything. Well, the door is open. The door opened, and nobody opened the door. I mean, nobody came out of it. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So, you know, we went down and talked to the night auditor, and we're like, hey, man, something's going on upstairs. We don't know. And that's when she explained it to us. And I'm like, well, damn, dude, don't you think you should fucking tell me? And they said, well, we don't tell people because we fear we might lose customers.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, I can't do this. So believe it or not, John, it got so bad where knocking on the doors and all that crap, we got up and left 5 o'clock that morning, went down to the next hotel and got a room. I got the hell up out of there because, one, I've never experienced so much paranormal on one floor that it just drove me crazy. And I'm like, dude, and my wife was fed up because they're constantly door knocking, you know, it was just so much, dude. We actually took a video of that, and it's on our YouTube channel. I was so tired, bro. When we went down to that hotel, I slept, and my son had to be registered in school like at 11 o'clock. And I had to then tell her I had to drive all the way back to Texas that day.
Wow.
You know, and I'm like, oh my God, dude. If I think I'm gonna go in here and look and see what's the name of that hotel. I'm gonna send it to you. So anytime you want to go investigate that place, you're more than welcome. You know, because it's the most creepiest place I've ever seen. You know, but anyway, forget about me. Let's get back to you, bro. Hey, I like the bald head.
There you go. Hey, all right. Cool beans, brother. Looks good.
I gotta have one, man. It's just me. It fits me. The women love it. I just don't tell my wife that. But okay, yeah, dude. All right, man. Let's get back to the paranormal, man. All right, so tell me some of the creepiest places in San Antonio, man, that you've been to. I mean, have you ever been to a place where you actually got ran out or something dramatic where you was like, hold up, I gotta go. I can't deal with this. Shit's about to hit the fan. I gotta get the hell out of here. Let's go.
Yes, we did an investigation in conjunction with the city of San Antonio. We investigated the Spanish governor's palace. That's smack dab center San Antonio. It's right in back of City Hall.
Okay.
The Spanish governor, it's called Spanish for a reason because it's from Spain. It ain't Mexicans that set this place up. Spain set it up.
Spain did it. Okay.
Spain. So we're talking like 1600, 1700, something like that. Very, very old. Very, very old location. And we were getting this really weird EMF readings from the bed. We captured an orb that had come out of the bed, and it probably lasted over a minute. We got this orb on video. We call it a grandpa orb because it was going so slow, just barely cruising around, reels and blinking the entire time. It was cruising. Yeah. So I turned the ghost box on, my SB7, and it said, "Get out." And I was like, no, I'm not going to get out. I'm not going to get out. Never do that, Terry. I learned the hard way. About 2 minutes later, I'm having trouble breathing. My throat is closing. I'm feeling dizzy. I want to pass out.
Wow.
So I told my guys, hey, time out. Let's go outside, you know, regroup. We went outside for about 10, 12 minutes. I could breathe again. And I was okay. I said, let's go back into that same room again and start investigating. Sure enough, I started asking questions. About 2 or 3 minutes into it, again, my throat, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch a full breath. I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt really, really bad. And I had the SB7 and I said, do you want me to leave? And it said, yes. I left.
Wow.
We closed up shop and left because, I mean, when it starts affecting you that bad that you can't breathe, that's not good. You know, I had that happen to me also at Yorktown Memorial Hospital. In Yorktown, I was upstairs in the nuns' room, and there was lack of activity. And I said, what's the matter? Are y'all chickens? Are we going to be the same chicken hunters? That's it, man. It was on, Terry. Let me tell you, I couldn't breathe. it was really, really bad. I went downstairs and I told the host, I said, hey, girl, I can't breathe. She was about to call the ambulance for me. We went outside and it went away. And yeah. So that's when you meet a really, really nasty spirit, not a ghost, a spirit. Yes, yes, yes. Right. Really, really bad.
Wow.
Those are off the top of my head, the only couple of times that I left because one other time we investigated the Lone Star Brewery off of I-10. It hadn't been used in 30, 40 years. And what happened at that location, the devil worshippers went in there, and to do their work, what do? They create a portal.
Oh no, damn.
So what comes out of those portals? Spirits.
Spirits.
Nothing good. We were in one room, a large room. You could back up 18-wheelers to fill up with a beer. And I was looking at the end of the room down there, and I could see the shadow persons. 1, 2, 3, 4 shadow persons. And all of a sudden, one would run up to us and whisper something in our ear and go back again, or it'd run up and touch us and leave again. Then, yeah, I was, that's the one time I was actually truly scared. And my buddy, my team member that was a security guard, he was looking, taking care of the place for the night, only one night, because they were going to have a beer festival there on the abandoned grounds of an old beer, company. And he had this big old gun, and I didn't feel safe because I knew that gun ain't gonna do nothing to those damn shadow people, the 20, 30 shadow people that were there. And I mean, I was scared. It was like, I mean, one shadow person I could stand, but a whole gang of them, no. Yeah. So on that investigation, I wound up getting burned twice. Once on my arm, once on my leg. It felt, Terry, like if get that pink insulation in the walls and just rubbed it on my arm. Burning bad. My leg burning bad. So we kind of cut that one a little bit short too, because I was hurting in 2 spots. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, and you mentioned Yorktown. I heard so many good and bad things about that place. I know some of the guys want to go there, and I know that it's kind of pricey, if I'm right. I mean, I'm not sure. $50
a person. You got to get 10 people together. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
500.
Some people say they have good experiences. Some people say, one of my ex-founding members actually spent the night in that place, and he had, it was nothing. He said he didn't feel anything, sense anything. So I'm like, oh, dude, I mean, I'm a big skeptic of that place, and when he told me that, I'm like, well, I might as well just take that off the list,
No. I'll tell you right now, no. The place is super, super haunted. There's a demon there too. You got to remember, all the old jails, all the old hospitals, old hotels, for some reason, they're spirit magnets.
Oh, yeah.
Yorktown, I've only seen red eyes 2 times in my whole 19 years. Both times I saw the red eyes was at Yorktown.
Wow. Actually, I've seen red eyes at Babyhead Cemetery. I mean, I don't know if you've been there.
No, I never heard of it.
In Atlanta, Texas. I've seen red eyes there. People say it was Bambi, but Bambi has yellow, white eyes.
Yellow eyes. Yes, he does. Yes, yeah. No. That's a demon. That's with the red eyes like that. That's a demon, straight up. Yeah.
And I wasn't the type that wanted to hang around that place anymore longer, because once that they told us to leave, Spirit told us to leave, so we had to get up out of there. And you know what? And just as we were leaving, goddamn sheriff pulls up, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" The cops asked us what we were doing there. Like, well, we're investigating. I mean, they were pretty cool with us, and all that. So, John, what is your pre-game ritual before you go into an investigation? What do you do to prepare yourself mentally and physically to go in these places?
Honestly, after all these years, nothing but charge my equipment and get my equipment ready. Okay. I'm ready to go.
You guys, do you have like some kind of prayer, stuff like
No.
that, no?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Nothing at all. If it's messed up on the back end, we'll get our deliverance manager to take care of it. And
Right,
he'll
okay.
remove it from us, take it out of our house, and then go from there. And
Okay.
yeah. I don't think sage works, if you ask me. That ain't gonna get rid of a demon because you're burning some weed,
Never tried it. I mean, that might be something I might want to continue try later on. I mean, I've never actually ran into a demon, so where I will have to use stuff like that, or have that type of experience that you guys have had.
Yeah.
One day I'm hoping that I'll get there, and I'm able to share as many stories as you have with us tonight, and hopefully, and just be successful like you are, and just try to do the right things, and just have good people around, because it seems like you got good people around you. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Where you're able to accomplish a lot, in your tenure. You have, God damn it. Now you said that you've been on the, TV and stuff like that. Have you ever thought about producing your own show, and going from there, actually getting that big time media spot that, because most people start off small, then they work their way up. Have you thought about doing that?
Yes. I definitely have. I've got a lot of production equipment. We got handheld stabilizers, we've got lights, we've got dollies, we've got some equipment already set up. We're kind of trying to put a production company together, but it's so hard that's everybody's dream. I want to do a show, I want to be on TV and blah blah blah. Most times it doesn't happen. So I'm not really trying to do that. My main goal is to just get the most coolest paranormal evidence out there and just share it with the world. That's my goal since day one. That I saw my first orb and stuff. Yeah. But yes, definitely. We were trying to work with some of the teams here in Texas to produce a show called Texas Paranormal. And we had teams lined up in Corpus, El Paso, Dallas, and we were going to go film with those teams. But then the pandemic hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, during the pandemic, did everything slow down for you, or did everything pick up? For the simple fact that you're able to get into these places, nobody's around, and because with us during the pandemic, everything picked up for us. We did not slow down like most people, say that happened to them. I got a couple of teams up in Dallas say they stopped completely. And I'm like, well, with us, I mean, we're able, because everything is closed, we're able to get in there and do what we need to do, so it actually boosted us a little bit, and able to do what we need to do to get in places. So, I mean,
exactly. No, we got busier like you guys did too. And I got COVID by July. I had already recovered from July of last year, right when it started. It started in March, and I got COVID in July. So that gave me a little bit more strength, a little bit more balls to go out there. And I ain't afraid of COVID. I already had it.
Right.
A lot of our team already had it too. So we never stopped. We kept on going. The pandemic didn't really affect us at all.
Right.
But it affected the filming.
How big? What is your place? Okay, what do you focus on the most? A lot of teams focus on cemeteries. They put that first. A lot of people focus on buildings, abandoned structures. What do you guys as a team? What do y'all focus on? Or is it just like whenever I get a phone call, or I just head out? I mean, what exactly do you guys do?
Well, we do both. We always get phone calls. We always get inquiries. I got this going on in my house. This going on. But at the same time, we like to seek out old locations. It seems like these old locations, they're just ghost magnets, spirit magnets, and they tend to flock there wherever they're at. cemeteries, I did that in the very start due to lack of places to acknowledge the where to go to investigate, people not knowing about us, not reaching out to us. But cemeteries are very hit and miss. You know,
Right.
I've gotten pictures of shadow people in cemeteries. My daughter was walking back of me. She got kicked in the shin at the cemetery. She was the last one in line. There was nobody physically behind her, but somebody kicked her from the back.
Wow.
You know, and other cemeteries we go and it's quiet. It's super quiet.
And it's peaceful.
You know? Yes. You know, so there is activity, but that's not my first place to go to just because of the fact that people didn't really live there. They were just interred there.
Right.
You know, yeah, it's more like where people lived and worked and were always were that a part of them stayed there, even though their body was gone.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
But old hotels, I like old hotels, old hospitals, old jails. Those are the ones that we like to do.
Now, I went to San Antonio about 3 weeks ago. Now, maybe you can help me out with this. Is there a old downtown and a new downtown? Because the downtowns I went to had brick roads. I mean, they had like a bunch of old buildings, man. It seemed like they were calling my name for an investigation. I mean, every time I turn around, like, wow, I can go there. Wow, I can go there. You should come check me out. I mean, dude, and this was right here. I can't think of the name of that damn highway. It was right there off of 35.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's old San Antonio or is that a new San Antonio. The difference in the city, because I think there's San Antonio that has newer buildings, high rises, and there's older San Antonio that has, you know, the 1970s, 60s, even 50s look, you know, with the bricks, the brick roads and all that. That's what I saw. So, man, if I can get down there and I don't even have to go into a building because there's so much history right there on the streets because one, how old they are, and you know, and two, dude, I would just love to go down there and just hang out. I mean, it's not like here in Austin, they're tearing down everything. You know, you don't really have a chance to investigate. Like the old Brackenridge Hospital, dude, it was abandoned almost a year ago. I didn't know anything about it. I could have went in there. We could have went in there and investigated before they tore it down. So the minute I decided to go down there, we all went down there. The building wasn't even there.
Oh man! Wow. Well, I was in Austin about 2 months ago, and we just went purely just to check out haunted spots. My buddy had hotel rooms going to concert. The concert got canceled. He couldn't get his money back. This says, John, let's go down to Austin, you know, and check out, see where we can find out, you know. And we went to the old Confederate woman's house. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I got a lot of EVPs from the sidewalk there at that place. Yes.
I think that's on West Campus, down by the UT area.
Yeah, a little north of it. Yeah, a little north of UT, yes. And the other place that we went to, and it's the traditional haunted tourist location, was the Driscoll Hotel.
Yeah.
We did just a walkthrough, a daytime walkthrough. It was a night of just the lobby and the little bar area upstairs. And I got two orbs on video, and I got about 10 EVPs from just the lobby. Yeah.
Wow. Yes. You know, because we investigated that place. And you know what threw me off? I'm glad you brought the Driscoll up because I don't know if you're a big YouTuber. Do you watch YouTube a lot? Well, there's a little bit. There's a well-known paranormal investigator called Franco TV. You remember last year's snowstorm? Well, he got stuck in Austin. He got stuck in Austin because he was on his way to Nevada to do Area 51. And he got stuck and ended up doing an investigation at the Driscoll. Now, when I did me personally, the Driscoll is too well lit. on all floors. I mean, it's just as bright as the sun in all levels
Yes.
of that place. And
Right.
so I didn't have much luck. And, you know, maybe because how famous this guy is. So when I went and edited, you know, did the video and put it on our YouTube channel, shit, I maybe got 10 views, maybe 15 views out of that. This guy comes along. He actually does his intro in the damn the alleyway. As he's walking towards the to the Driscoll, he actually is doing his intro. He's actually talking. I don't know who. Most of the time he's by himself, but this dude got over and didn't catch anything. He caught more the security guard trailing him than anything. This dude got over 160,000 views on that one damn 20-minute video that he made and put on fucking YouTube. And once I saw that, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This dude here, man. And I was shocked that it went down like that. You know, I respect the guy because he does go some creepy places, and you know, and he is a good paranormal investigator, you know, but for him to catch nothing, and then post it on YouTube and get that many views is mind-boggling. I mean, I was fucking shocked. I like this guy here, man. I mean, it's just unbelievable. That tells you just how powerful YouTube is. And, you know, no matter what you put out, it could be something, you can catch nothing and you still get the many views, man. And it was, I mean, I was like, this guy recorded his intro in the damn hallway. I mean, in an alley, basically an alley, then comes in and gets 150,000 views.
It's his followers then. It's got to be his followers because sure ain't for the evidence.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, what the hell? Just keep it. Put it over there. And I was shocked on that one, dude. You know, and my cats are up. Hey, do you like cats, by the way?
Yeah, I've got about 10, 12 in the backyard.
You want two more? Actually, I'm glad we're talking about animals because animals are very, very sensitive. And I've been telling people that I was going to put a GoPro on my cat and take him with me on an investigation.
Okay.
I don't know how that would work, but cats aren't like dogs. Cats don't like to come back, so I might lose my GoPro.
Put him on a long wire or something on his leash, yeah.
But you'd be surprised how sensitive and that animals are, man. We've been thinking about getting a dog, you know, because dogs are very aware on their surroundings, seeing things, hearing things, you know, and so we are really thinking about doing that.
Well, let me tell you a quick story about dogs. You know, I talked about stuff following you home. So in my other house, which is a second house that I bought, that the lady died in it, nobody told us again. Her wedding dress, we found it up in the attic. So the place had a lot of activity. And we had chihuahuas that just kept growing. We had like 10 or 12 chihuahuas. And out of the 10 or 12, they would go all down the highway, and then one or two would stop and start growling at the wall and nothing, which to me was a spirit.
Wow.
The other 8 said, screw it, and they kept on going outside. So some gave a crap and some didn't. I learned that from having the dogs and living in a haunted house. You know, but also speaking of animals, I got ghost cats on video from the jail museum in Floresville, Texas.
Ghost cats? Are you serious?
Ghost, yes, serious, dead serious. Ghost.
Wow,
cats,
you gotta send me that one.
I will. It's the mom, the dad, and the baby. They're really fast. You know, remember like when the flash, he would be like a blur running.
Right.
Flash. Okay, they kind of flash by, but as they're flashing back, the mom stops, and you see cat butt, cat tail, and she walks away. She doesn't flash away. She walks away. And there were no cats in this place. It's only open one Saturday of the whole month as a tour. It's an old jail museum. And I was shocked that I actually got the ghost cats on video. But yeah, I'll send it to you.
That is amazing. But okay, well, I got a question for you. Has any other teams, have anybody came to you and asked you for advice on how to start up their own paranormal team? And if they did, what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, I have a lot of individuals that constantly do that. They want me to take them under their wing and show them everything. And I'm like, I mean, that sounds like an ass, but I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? But I will normally tell them, start off with a camcorder, an SB7, some software in your laptop so you can raise the volume. I use VideoPad, and I'm able to raise the volume 300% from normal levels. You'll catch all kinds of stuff, Terry, that you would have never heard at zero volume or regular volume.
Right. Definitely.
So camcorders, SB7, and the software in the laptop, and a big will to do this for a long time. Not just start off and fade away. Yeah. And start not going over your evidence. You want the thrill for now, but you don't want to capture it on video. I'm all about the evidence.
Okay, good. Now, how do you feel about all these ghost apps on these in this day and age? Do you use them, or do you don't worry? They just waste of time.
Most of them are bullshit. It's just a waste of time. But the one that we use, there's two that we used. One of the team members started using Necro something as an app,
Necrophonics.
So, yeah, I think that's it. It's got like a silver icon or something like that. Yeah, but the one that we've used, I didn't put it on my new phone. Jesus, and they have clear responses to it. Oh man, I'll remember when I'm off of here. But really, most apps, to answer your question, most apps are not even worth really buying, in my opinion. But at the same time, I stopped even attempting to use them, a while back, because it's just so yeah. God, I can't remember the name of the one app.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I don't. I know they even have like an SLS app that look like and a lot of times the SLS, well, we use it a lot. A lot of times it gives you false positives. Ceiling fans for sure. See, they're real bad on ceiling fans. But we've captured some really good evidence using the SLS, but the actual SLS, not the app. Right. So I really tell most folks, don't waste your time with it.
I see that those things, because when they first came out, man, they were running $400 to $500, for everything. Now I can go on eBay and probably find the complete package for less than $200. So they've actually went down from what they used to be, and and by them doing that, I'm pretty sure something new is coming out. Because one thing I do realize that paranormal equipment, if they do work, if they don't work, somebody's always bringing out something, new every week. It's basically the paranormal field is a $1 million or $1 billion a year company. Whoever it is, somebody's buying equipment. If it's not cameras, K2s, ghost boxes, whatever it is, somebody's putting something out, and there's always somebody out there that's gonna buy it or want to buy it or want to test it out. So somebody's always out there making money. But I mean, that's the thing that I hate, because it's a sort of like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you do buy it, and if you find out it works, it's all good. But then if you don't buy it and you find out that it's good, then like, I gotta buy it, either way, But,
exactly.
Okay, do you guys have merchandise? I know you said you putting up a what is it, a printer company?
A printing business, because I'm kind of like retired now. I don't have a job anymore. Okay. So I'm just gonna do this little printing out of my garage. So we're setting everything up to be able to do tumblers and shirts and just anything you could pretty much think of.
Now, are you going to focus mostly on your brand to get your name out, or are you going to focus on just a worldwide of things?
As far as printing wise,
Yes, like
no,
T-shirts, tumblers, stuff like that.
yep, no, we're for hire. It's a for-profit business. So yeah, we're gonna anybody that needs anything done, we'll be able to make them tumblers, shirts, hats. I just got a press in yesterday. And all the attachments for it to be able to do all that stuff. So yeah, I'll be able to do it for anybody.
So
if you guys need anything, let me know.
So when would you think you'll be up and operational?
Within the next 30 days. I mean, I'm somewhat operational now. That's why I've been really busy this week. We started production 2 days ago, and we've already got tumblers coming out, and they look really good. The colors are snapping on the tumblers. They look really good. So yeah, about a couple of weeks, just depends, and also the big thing is masks. We can do the masks for the team, Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you guys going to provide the material, or do people have to bring it in to you? Because I know
the thing is that our printing for ours is a process called sublimation, and the sublimation requires a special product. You can't just go to a dollar store and buy some tumblers and sublimate them. Yeah, you can use vinyl for something like that, but vinyl's going to fall off.
Right.
Sublimation is a process where it turns the ink into a vapor. And then the vapor adheres to the fabric or to the product. So it takes a certain special product, to do that type of printing. But yeah, definitely give me some time.
So how does your significant other feel about you being in the paranormal? Does she love it, or does she go out with you?
Well, my wife is also a medium. She has stronger abilities than I do. For about the first 15 years, she went out on investigations with us. She would film, but lately, the past few years, she doesn't want anything to do with it anymore. Yeah, maybe she got burnt out. I don't know. She just sometimes she's like, I don't want to hear it.
It happens. I mean, women are strange creatures. They'll find out other things. They'll go shopping.
Yep, exactly.
They'll go spend your money in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
They will do that. Okay, well, well, John, it's been really nice speaking with you, bro. I mean, I enjoyed it. I would love to come down and do an investigation with you. So what I want you to do is tell the people how they can get a hold of you. Social media, your social media outlet. If you have a YouTube channel, tell them, just lay it all on the line for them.
All right, sounds good. Our only social media that we do is Facebook. So we're under San Antonio Ghost Hunters. I actually have two groups. I have the main group. It's got about 6,000 or 7,000 people follow us there, but I have a closed group with another 2,000 people there. The closed group is a little bit more active than the main group, So if anybody wants to apply to either group, follow the main group and apply for admission into the closed group, you can do that, San Antonio Ghost Hunters. And as far as YouTube, I do have a YouTube that's been up probably 12 or 13 years. Some of them have over 10,000 views. You can see a lot of, you can see a lot of my investigations from Queen Mary, Alcatraz, the Whaley House, Birdcage Theater, Bobby Mackey's, Louisville, Kentucky, the Titanic Museum, a lot of the investigations here in San Antonio, a lot of really good evidence.
Wow, it seems like you've been around, bro. You've done a lot of investigating.
Yeah, a lot of it. Spent a lot of money doing it too. On the airfare and hotel and $300 and stuff. Just to be a VIP on some of these things sometimes. But I try to stay away from the big ones because they're cattle calls. But some of the smaller ones are good. You get a lot of evidence. So yeah, definitely follow us there, and it's definitely been a pleasure speaking with you, Terry.
Yes, sir. It's been an honor, bro, to meet a pioneer such as yourself. You're probably one of the pioneers of Texas as far as paranormal. That's why I call you a pioneer. I mean, I wish you nothing but success and on your journey, and I hope you continue doing great things. I would love to come down there. We would love to come down there. You can show us around San Antonio and, and just have a good time. I know you like to barbecue. I know you can barbecue. You know, we can get together, you know, and just exchange ideas, you know, because it seems like you got some great ones. And, you know, and I'm willing to learn. I'm a great listener and I'm a great learner. I'm willing to do all of that, you know, and hopefully I'll be able to get where you are. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I do thank you for coming on our show. And, you know, like I said, continue the success that you're having. And just keep being positive, brother.
Thank you. Oh, and one last thing.
Yes,
there
sir.
is on Paraflix. You heard of Paraflix, right? Nothing
Yeah.
but paranormal. We filmed 3 episodes of a TV show that's going to appear probably in March on Paraflix, Apple TV, and Roku TV. It's called Truth or Legends in Your Hometown. And we filmed 3 episodes that are going to appear there. And we got some crazy evidence that even I was amazed that we got.
Wow.
Can't tell you what it is, but you just got to check out the episode, Truth or Legends in Your Hometown on Paraflix.
Wow, guys, you guys heard that. So, hey, go to John. I like that John D because I got a buddy of mine named John D, and they call him John D. Okay,
Okay.
So, hey, go to San Antonio Ghost Hunters Facebook. Check these guys out, man. They're doing great things. They are one of the founding fathers of, you know, of paranormal in Texas. You know, I can't say nothing negative about these guys. They're doing great things, man. So go check them out. You know, see what they all about. And if you can, you can just reach out to him because the way I reached out to him, hey, it was like that. He responded pretty quick. You know, if you want to do something, just meet this guy. I'm pretty sure he would be love to meet you. You know, but John, you enjoy the rest of your night. Hey, NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. We didn't get as rowdy as we usually do, but hey, who can say that can't happen next time? So NSPS TV Podcast signing out. Peace. John, you have yourself a good night, brother.
Thank you too. Stay haunted, everybody.
Yes, dude.